All right. So most of you have heard the news. Noora Louhimo is leaving Battle Beast. Now, there's been a lot of shakeups in bands in 2025. We've probably had more shakeups in bands in 2025 than we've had in a long time. Quite a few lead singers and other members of bands step away. Most notably, of course, was Arch Enemy. And a lot of people were like, man, that was really abrupt, you know? And it wasn't as abrupt as people think because Elisa had a video to put out the next day. Now, the thing about it is I have spoken to people that know certain people in this situation right now. I have not spoken to Noora. I'm not going to bother Noora. It's none of my business. It's her private life. But so many people have reached out to me and said, what's going on? Do you know anything? This is what I can tell you. This is not a bad band breakup, okay? This is something that Noora has been fighting with personally for years now. And I'm going to give you guys an example of this and see if it makes sense, okay? Tommy Johansson and Sabaton. A lot of us, like myself, discovered Sabaton with Tommy in it. So we didn't realize that Tommy stepped into Sabaton and stepped away from the things that he loves, Majestica and his own creation of music in Sweden. So when Tommy announced that he was leaving Sabaton, everyone didn't understand. And everyone thought that maybe they fired him to hire back the original guitarist or all these other things. Tommy made it very clear in just the last few months, because so many people asked him, that he made it clear that he loves his brothers in Sabaton. Hell, 3 of the members of Sabaton were in his Christmas video he just released. It's not about that. It's about Tommy's path, and his love is to create his own unique music. Does he love playing Sabaton? Yes. Did Sabaton open his career up to beyond the levels he dreamed? Yes. But he's always wanted to create his own type of music, his own style of Swedish power metal, whether it be Majestica. And how many Majestica tours had to be put to the side in the last 3 years because of Sabaton commitments? And Sabaton wasn't slowing down. In fact, they had just signed a new distribution deal and promotion deal with Live Nation, and they were moving labels to Inside Out Music. They were expanding. Sabaton is doing similar to what Baby Metal is doing now, where they're expanding big in the United States as well as Europe, which means more dates, more focus, more grind. And Tommy had a decision to make, and he made a very hard decision. And he said, guys, I love you. I can't go this with you. I gave you, almost, I gave you 8+ years of my life, and I've loved every minute of this. You have benefited my life immensely, but where you're going, I cannot go because I've left everything I've created behind. That's it. That's it. And Sabaton, no problem. One of the original member came back. Everyone's good. Sabaton is progressing to the levels that they've never thought possible. Tommy and Majestica released Powertrain. Tommy's YouTube channel is exploding. Everybody's good. Not all band breakups are because of some kind of chaos. Now, let's go to Noora Louhimo and Battle Beast. She's been with Battle Beast for 13 years. And she loves everything she does. The energy, the power vocals. I mean, she's literally living like a Valkyrie Empress / Ann Wilson of modern day. And it's a beautiful thing. But if you know Noora, every chance that she's not on the road with Battle Beast, she's back in Finland in the Noora Louhimo experience. Blues, jazz, classic rock, folk music, you name it, she does it, and she's one of the best. And it's the passion of her life. Now, in the latest album, Steelbound, they did different iterations that weren't just Finnish power metal. They did other genres of music to kind of show some of that variance. And we got to see that. But if you've been following Noora Louhimo's artistry journey, Battle Beast is one part. And Battle Beast has taken off in the last few years, coming out of COVID. The touring, the number of tours Battle Beast is on, it's been nonstop touring. Then summer festivals, the new album, and more touring. And just like Tommy, Noora has had to put the passions of her creative artistry to the side. I don't know when the decision was made. I don't know if maybe it was done at the end of the summer festival tour, coming up to the release of Steelbound, and then maybe this mega fall run they had with Majestica and Dementum. I don't know where in the timeline the decision was made where Noora said, I can't go anymore with this. But I do know this. The decision to find a new vocalist was not done knee-jerk. It was not done like, just pick somebody. No, it wasn't. It just so happens that this was not a situation where they saw Marina and said, we don't need Noora anymore. We want her. That did not happen. I can also tell you that the situation with Marina with Phantom Elite has nothing to do with Battle Beast. Battle Beast didn't reach out to her and she left Phantom Elite. No. She left Phantom Elite in the beginning of August. Battle Beast did not even know anything about her back then. Okay, this is a search for the right fit. And we're going to talk about that fit, but I'm just going to play this video. This is the last performance. I'm not playing any sound. Don't want any copyrights because we're going to be playing different things. And this is about the story. Please check out these videos. I'm going to have links to all four of the videos I'm going to show you so you can enjoy them. This is Noora introducing the last song of her last performance with Battle Beast. You can see it in her eyes. You can see it in her expressions. This is something that she's not taking lightly. This is not something, she's not happy, but it's time. So the decision to leave Battle Beast was not made on a whim. It wasn't made because people are angry at each other. It wasn't because she was fed up with the band. It's just time. She has put off her own personal journey of artistry long enough, and now is a great time to do it. Okay. So please, I'm gonna put this link in the description. Check out this performance. It is incredible. Now I want to talk to you about the next phase. For those of you who know of an ensemble collaborative trio called Exit Eden, collaboration between Anna Brunner, recognize her. Okay, so you have this badass in the middle. You know her from League of Distortion, right? Then there's the pirate queen right here on the right. Yeah, from Visions of Atlantis. But what about this person over here on the left? The power vocalist. The rich alto power vocalist. Okay, Anna Brunner, savage, aggressive, seductive. To the right, falsetto, angelic pirate princess. To the left, a woman from Brazil with a rich, vibrant, power alto voice. So rich, there's only a few people that sing the way she does. Now, this is, of course, from quite a few years ago, before I even had a YouTube channel, so there you go. But I remember the first time I saw these three ladies go and I went, man, what a unique dynamic. The savagery of League of Distortion, the falsetto angelic symphonic melodic vocals, Visions of Atlantis, and a rich, seductive, take no bullcrap fight to the end, power alto rich vocalist. Well, from Phantom Elite. You put them together and they had Exit Eden. Please check out that video. All three of those ladies are incredible. And they're incredible in every way possible from different perspectives. Which brings us to Phantom Elite. Now, for those who do not know, Marina is from a band called Phantom Elite. It is a modern metalcore, alternative metal, creative vibe. And one of the things that she does is she does things similar to a certain Finnish vocalist where it's, I don't take anyone's crap. Yet, beautiful, aggressive in the vocals, rich, soulful, power alto with hellacious range. Now, when the news of Battle Beast and Noora parting ways came out yesterday, I'm filming this on the 16th, by the way, there were only 3 people immediately that came to mind, and 2 of them are not available. Okay? The first person that came to my mind, my number one, now remember, when you're talking about replacing or filling in the shoes of Noora Louhimo, you need to understand something. Noora is a unique vocalist. Okay? She is unlike any other vocalist in metal. I akin her to Ann Wilson because low range, rich, power alto in metal is not seen very often in European metal because you have so many operatically trained sopranos, mezzos, or vocalists that can falsetto into the stratosphere. Whereas Noora had such a richness and power that she had kind of a Floor Jansen power, but stayed in that mid-rich alto range. So to find someone to fit into that mold, you had to find someone with a unique vocal style. Now, here's the thing, and this is why Marina was one of I'm stopping it right there. That's the shot right there. You need to get used to that right there. But Battle Beast, yeah, in your face. Okay, there are 3 things that the vocalist that Battle Beast finds have to be able to do. Ready? They can't bring in someone who's not able to give the Battle Beast faithful, the beasts, what they desire most right now. You're asking them to let go of the mother Battle Beast, Noora, to let her go into the horizon, into the Valhalla of Battle Beast lore, and to allow someone else to come in and sing her songs. It doesn't matter if they're Battle Beast songs, vocally, they're Noora Louhimo songs, right? So that person has to have a power, a presence, a control, and a richness that when she sings the songs made famous by Noora, it is her own, yet honors the legacy of what came before. If you don't do that in metal, it tends to backfire, right? Let's not even talk about Gary Sharon. Anyway, I love making that joke. Okay. Then the next thing you have to do is you have to find someone who can not only accept the mantle of the Valkyrie warrior, but have the time to invest in this. Similar to Sabaton, Battle Beast is touring nonstop. They're a hot commodity. They have such an amazing live show. A lot of it is due to Noora's presence that they are very, very, very busy. So they have to try to avoid someone who already isn't in 5 different other projects. Hence, one of the main reasons why you're losing Noora is because you're asking her to split her time between her true passion and what she's grown to love for 13 years. They're not going to do that. They want to find someone who has no other encumbrances and can 100% Battle Beast lead the charge. Okay. Number 3, they need to try to find someone that's going to give them something they've never had before. So in the top 3 immediate female vocalists that came to mind, one was Marina's bandmate in Exit Eden, Anna Brunner. She's got the savagery, she's got the attitude, she has the power richness in the low end, but she was my number 3 choice. And the reason why she was number 3 was because she was 100% dedicated to League of Distortion. League of Distortion is not a band for her. It is her life's work. If you've checked out their albums and what they write, it's not just a band. It is literally her exposing the nerves of her past and her present and her future in written form. And the band is on board with that. Okay. My second choice was Marina. Yeah, Marina was my second choice because she does have the richness. She did have the power. She did have the dynamic, and she obviously has the presence. And she had one thing that neither one of my other 2 choices had. She was free. She had stepped away for personal reasons from her previous band, okay, Phantom Elite. She was doing some collaboration work, some different things like that, but she's free. She's not part of a band like Anna Brunner is. My number 1 choice, the one that I thought would be the best fit, was Kristen Starkey. And if you've ever heard Kristen Starkey sing, you're like, yep, because Kristen Starkey could step in and literally it would be seamless. Noora to Kristen, the only thing difference is blonde hair. They are both power belting super female vocalists. Okay. Both of them have a very similar style. However, Kristen does have operatic range, but Kristen also struggled with one thing that the other 2 didn't. Kristen is in 2 bands already, and she's collabed with everybody under the sun. Now, she does live in Sweden, so she's close to Finland, so it's easy. Whereas Marina has to kind of probably move. I mean, but a lot of people have been throwing, well, what about Charlotte Vessels? Charlotte Vessels is an incredible vocalist. She is not a good fit for Battle Beast. She's not. She would be the ultimate step into, she could step into Epica. She could even step into Nightwish. Battle Beast is a different form of vocal, not maybe in the future, like she would put her own work going forward, but to be able to encapsulate what Noora Louhimo has done, you need someone who can do all of Noora's parts in almost the same manner to keep the beasts of the past happy. It's true. If you change too much of the past, metal fans don't like it. Ask any number of bands that have tried to do this without a good fit. So there's a lot of amazing vocalists that you could put in there. But the 3 that I had on my list were Anna Brunner. She's in League of Distortion. Kristen Starkey. She's in 2 projects, including Temperance. And Marina, who's not in a band right now. A dark horse for me, I had 2 dark horses. One, no hellacious way, was Melody from Liliac. She has a very similar vocal style to Noora. However, she is not interested right now in her life. She's at a part where she's stepping away from music. She's getting married. She's wanting to pursue something unique for herself. Vocally, great fit. but also culturally, she's from America. Well, she's technically from Romania, but it's a different thing. And she's an American citizen. It would be very hard for her to work like that back and forth with it can be done, but it is difficult. Ask Tank the Tank. Anyway, okay, so another dark horse I had that a lot of people didn't think about, and this was a personal thought for me, was it could also be done by Lyric Noel. However, just like the other ones, Lyric Noel lives in Dallas, and although her style of musical prowess is very similar to Noora, her family, her husband, children, everyone's in Dallas, her band's in Dallas. That's not a good fit. Vocally, talent, presence, she's got it all, but not a good fit. So Marina stepping into this role and accepting this, it's a fit for so many different reasons. And I don't know if the band looked for a vocalist themselves with the label's help, or if Noora said, let me help because I want to make sure, let me help you find the best person for this, because some people be like, I don't want to do it. Some people do. Some people take ownership. They realize it's not just, it's their family. It could be anything. But in this case, I think this could have been a collaborative effort. What people don't know, and I found this out today, thank you to the Dark Band, Marina is an amazing vocal coach. And she works with many, many, many vocalists. She is well known, not just as a front vocalist, she's known as in behind the scenes with support and in the community as an amazing vocal coach. So she's well regarded by a lot of people. So I think that this is probably the best fit. Because I know for a fact that the ending of Noora Louhimo's tenure with Battle Beast is not because a rift, argument, hate, nothing like that. It's just time. Similar to Tommy with Sabaton, it was just time. And that person needs to step away and pursue their love. Case in point. A lot of people don't know Noora outside of Battle Beast. If you go check out the Noora Louhimo experience, she does folk festivals, holiday festivals, city festivals. Basically, have you ever heard of South by Southwest in Austin? She does that in Finland. And she can sing anything. And I mean anything. She sings Janis Joplin. She sings Ann Wilson. She sings, you name the song, she can sing it. She sings country. She sings folk music. She sings classical. It's someone who has the desire to be an artist of an eclectic form. And although we love her as the Valkyrie Empress, it's time for her to be Noora. It's just time. And that's okay. So what does that mean? What does that mean for Battle Beast fans? Well, guess what? Everything is in good hands. Battle Beast will continue. No problem. They found exactly what they need in a vocalist that's going to, number one, honor that woman right there, perform music in a way that the Battle Beast faithful will love as she honors what's come in the past, and moving forward, she brings the same power and presence that Noora would bring, granted with a different hair color. But one thing that Marina brings that Noora kind of shied away from, she brings a modern vocal take, including harsh vocals, to Battle Beast. Yes, you guys have seen on some of the iterations on the new album from Battle Beast, harsh vocals in background male vocals. Marina brings that ability to bring something new vocally to the mix for Battle Beast going forward. So for all of us, it's a great day. Was yesterday a sad day? Yes, it was. The fact that I'm never going to see the Valkyrie princess doing what she does in front of a crowd. I was from here to the camera in Houston from her, and it was to be in that aura. It was, cannot describe that aura when she's on stage. Here's the best part. She gets to continue. So not only do we get to have Battle Beast in a new chapter doing what they do that we get to enjoy and support, but Noora continues to make her own music, and we get to enjoy that. Similar to Sabaton and Tommy's parting of ways, people can get mad for a little while, but eventually have to realize that we didn't lose, we gained another. Because Sabaton continues on, making incredible albums, still the best live show in metal. You know, they've got competition, but still one of the best shows, live shows in metal. And Majestica finally released a Power Train album. We finally get to see Majestica more regularly, and that's always a good thing. So, there you go. Those are my thoughts. Now, there are some people that know Marina personally. They've reached out to me and say she was blown away. She is so excited. She is this, she wasn't expecting it. She didn't expect to receive an email. She even said, when I saw the email addressed to me from Battle Beast and they wanted to talk to me, she said it was like a dream come true. It was like something she never expected. So it's an exciting time. Now, for those of you Battle Beast faithful that have stuck with this band for the last 13 years and you love Noora, I get it. Me too. But keep loving Noora as Noora Louhimo in her special way. Keep supporting her, because now she needs your support. Here's the thing. If you really love Battle Beast and you say you love Battle Beast, now's not the time to stop. Now's the time to keep loving Battle Beast as they continue to create something new. And then you have to really love Noora, because now she's stepping out into the unknown. Well, not really the unknown. She knows who she is, obviously. But as she steps out into something with nothing else but her. So it's pretty exciting. So I'm gonna all four of these videos that we saw but didn't listen to, copyrights. I'm gonna put the links to all of them below. Please check them out. Yesterday was a day of an end. Today is a day of new beginnings. I'm pretty excited. I hope you are too. And with that, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. And if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right over there. A big thank you to all my Patreons out there for everything you do. And if you want more content like this, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.